What's up everyone, we're back with another episode. This is not going to be a DIY, but more just kind of talking about the car. Alright, so before we get started, if you guys can just do me a huge favor and like this video, subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet, turn on your notifications, leave a comment. I do like to read all the feedback from you guys, and let's go ahead and continue. Doesn't this look so beautiful? This is my 2018 BMW M4 competition. It's pretty much got most of the full bolt-ons. I don't have the oil cooler, maybe perhaps the Mossman thermostat, but everything else has been upgraded to my own personal liking. So right now as it sits, it's sitting on coilovers on KWV3s. I do have the 20-inch HREs. It's pretty much got most of the carbon fiber options from BMW or from a few other reputable companies. One of the main companies that I used was IND, the whole style behind it, and obviously the inventory intakes, it's also a big part of the build. But pretty much I have the M Performance carbon fiber lip with the splitters, the Autotecknic bumper trims, headlight eyelid covers, side vent carbon fiber, M Performance mirror cap, Autotecknic antenna. This is the M Performance G80 wing from the new M3 and M4. I have carbon 1.5 diffuser in the rear. I do have the BMW OLED OE factory lights. The M Performance decal, I actually got it from factory, so that's been, you know, from day one. I have the RKP side skirts, and as far as the engine goes, I have the top mount cooler, the heat exchanger. This is a 6-speed manual, so I don't have the DCT cooler, and like I said, I don't have the oil cooler, but that's going to be coming soon. We have the inventory intakes. These are beautiful. I have the ESS silicone charge pipes. I got those way before the inventory ones were announced, but to be honest with you guys, I really love the performance on the ESS. I am gonna upgrade at some point, but for now, again, I think silicone, this material that they use, really dissipates the heat a lot better, so I'm pretty happy with it. I have the M Performance carbon fiber engine cover. We got the black line covers and oil cap for the reservoir coolant tank. I have the downstar bolts. I saw these on my homie Vincent. Got Chuck's M4. He has the hardware, the whole setup. Just went ahead and got this color, the burnt finish, so it can match my lug nuts. Those are the Project Kicks lug nuts, paired up with the Future Classic stud conversion. As far as the engine, one of the main things that I really love about this is the hood, and this is an actual OE hood, as you guys can see. It's got the whole carbon weave, got everything, so this is an actual OE hood. I went ahead and also switched out the shocks. These are the OE GTS shocks, just to kind of make sure that everything flows and works properly. That would be pretty much for the front. The car did come from factory with the M Performance exhaust with the carbon fiber tips. Right now the garage is closed, so I'll go ahead and show that later, but yeah, this is a quick little walk around of the M4. I do have carbon ceramic brakes, as you guys can't really tell because of the wheels, but you guys can maybe possibly get a hint of the gold. And then we got the matching reflectors, delete. One of the biggest things for me too was the keyhole delete. I've always been a big fan of just kind of having clean lines, and that for me just kind of is a nice touch. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the spark plugs. In a little bit, I'll go ahead and we'll talk about the inside. Just remove the covers, and then we get the 13mm bolts on behind. We do have to remove this brace and the aluminum brace in the back, so let's get going. All right, so with the 13mm removed from both sides, I removed the 6mm hex, or the hex screws right here from this side. So now I have full access to the carbon fiber brace. I already removed the 10mm bolt right there too, so also the push pin that goes in there that allows you to free up the brace. So this will allow us to very carefully and safely remove the carbon fiber brace, and then we can just put it somewhere safe. To remove the aluminum brace, we have 12 E-Torx and then 14, and then we have 60mm bolts right there in the back underneath those little plastic covers. So I'll go ahead and get these removed, and then I'll do those towards the end. Alright, so I removed all the E-Torx bolts. Now I'm gonna remove the two 60mm bolts. Once I remove those, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these zip ties that hold my EDC cancellation for my V3s, and this will allow me to remove the brace a lot easier. Alright, so I lied. There was still this 10mm bolt right here that needs to be removed, and then zip ties, and then that should allow it to come out. Alright, so I got pretty much all those coil packs, spark plugs out. So you guys can see everything's right there. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the coil packs as well. Part number if you guys are interested. And then I've already gapped the spark plugs to 0.022 since I am running stage 2. Before I put everything back together though, I'm gonna go ahead and get some more light in here and then just try to clean everything up really nicely. Dust everything off as much as I can and just make it look good again. The spark plugs are in. I'm gonna go ahead and torque them to spec. It's either 23 Newton meters or 17 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then put in the new coil packs. Alright, so the spark plugs, coil packs, they've been replaced. Everything's already been put back together, torqued to spec. Wanted to just again take the chance of making sure that I gave everything a nice wipe down, since everything was pretty much half of it was off. So yeah, that pretty much just wrapped it up for this part. I'm gonna go ahead and do the oil change now. That's another thing I need to do, so I'll go ahead and get that started. Alright, so I had to go ahead and move the car in order for me to get a nice clearance to get underneath the car and start the process to drain the oil. I've been letting the oil drip now for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, I went ahead and removed the filter, cleaned out most of the oil from in there as well. So I'm gonna be putting fresh oil in the filter before I go ahead and put it back in there. Again, I'm just letting the drain process go do its thing. As you guys can see, everything's pretty much loose. Once everything's done, I'm gonna go ahead and re-torque the drain plug to 20 Newton meters. Oil filter is gonna be torqued down to 25 Newton meters. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pick it up once I'm ready to close things up over here. So right now we're just checking the oil level, and we are good. You guys know it's a 6-speed manual. It's got the extended secure orange interior. It's got the electronic V2 steering wheel with the M1, M2 and red. The start button also, that's the OE one. A few carbon fiber inserts in the door handles. I do have the carbon fiber door handles. I'm gonna be putting those back on. Got the Alcantara e-brake, armrest, the IND carbon fiber seat backs. But I have the all-season mats. I do have the M Performance mats, but I like the practicality of these. I mean, everything is just really maintained well and intact. I've had two different types of shifters. I've had the stock one, and then I've had the smaller matte carbon fiber one with the Alcantara, and now this is the last version I picked up a while back now. If you guys go back to my Instagram stories, you guys will see when I went ahead and upgraded the shifter. But this one's really nice because it lights up. You know, you guys can see everything light up at night. The other one is really nice. It fits so good in your hand, but you miss out on this feature, especially at night. You know, you want to kind of just have the luxuries that this car comes with. And another thing that I actually picked up that I saw, this was a long time ago, and I tell everybody kind of to get is this cover right here. It's a very nice, elegant cover that covers pretty much your cup holders if you don't have anything going on. As you guys can see, sometimes that looks a little too empty. This fills it in really nicely. It just fits the whole the whole theme. Then we got the BMW air fresheners. I recommend these air fresheners to everyone. I do also run a radar. I run the Escort 360C, and for that I have the wire right here. For now, since we're in here, this electronic steering wheel is just really beautiful piece in here. It goes really nice with the whole car. When you get everything, the lights functioning, you know, everything turns on. I mean, you guys kind of see the whole race car feel that you get when you're in here and you're really kind of just throwing the gears or pulling on the paddle shifters, whatever you guys, you know, transmission you guys have. And then not to mention the carbon fiber trim piece that the electronic steering wheel comes with really complements the whole car. And as you guys saw, I did go ahead and switch over the carbon fiber door handles. I think right now that kind of just really ties in the whole inside. Also the M Performance pedals. I honestly, there's so many options out there in the market, but like I keep telling you guys, this is just my own personal, you know, taste in vehicle parts that I get. It's right there. That's a must. I feel like this is just really bare. And again, just kind of lastly, inside I do have the M Performance door seal. This is a nice piece. It's just the whole theme, you know, the carbon fiber theme that you have going on. I still gotta get my tweeter cover. I like the fact that I do have the extra USB right here, the USB port. I do like these options as well. The first button is going to be for your active blind spot protection. The second button right there, front collision warning. So if you guys, you know, again, pedestrians or vehicles. And the last one is going to be for lane departure warning. Again, I love these features. Whenever I want, I can either have them on or have them off. Let's get back to the outside, where I'm gonna be showing you guys a few things that I went ahead and switched out while I finished up the oil change. Right now I do have my HREs, my P104s. I mean, it really makes the whole carbon ceramic brake stand out so much better. With the vintage 501s, you hardly see the brakes, but with this setup, I mean, it's just so beautiful. It just makes everything stand out. From Tommy L Garage, these are a lifesaver. As you guys can see, you know, had that not been there, you know, we would have had a lot more issues or damage. But these mud flaps are key essential to finishing the look on the car and protecting it as well. And then again, we have this beautiful carbon 1.5 diffuser. I'm gonna go ahead and clean out the exhaust tips. As you guys can see right now, the exhaust tips are very filthy. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand the camera over to Moses right there, and he's gonna go ahead and help me get this process done. Check this out, guys. Again, P104s with the carbon fiber center caps. Just flows really nicely with everything. And then right now I do have it on the battery charger. Since it's just kind of sitting here, a few items on. So yeah, let's get these exhaust tips cleaned out. Alright, and just like that, brand new tips all over there. And again, those exhaust tips really complement the carbon 1.5 diffuser with the OLEDs. Guys, so that pretty much does it for today's video. If you guys liked today's video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Turn on your notifications. Leave a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.